what I'm going to do is get the codes off my car, and then this weekend try and fix as many of those code problems as I can. And so of course I started off by getting a paper clip and bending it so I could get my codes. Okay, now that I've done diagnostic inside and got my trouble codes out, I found that one of the problems is my PCV valve. And if you don't know what the PCV valve is, well, I'm sure you all know what a PCV valve is. But anyway, it's on the top of your iron duke right here by the oil fill cap. You just pull that out and you can see it. Now, listening to Scotty Kilmer, one of the signs of a bad PCV valve is that it doesn't rattle. So we'll pull that off of there and see if it rattles. Alright, there you go. It rattles. That's supposed to mean that the PCV valve is still good because it's opening and closing on its own. But luckily, PCV valves are very cheap. And I went to AutoZone and I got this Duralast PCV valve for $1.69. So I don't mind putting in a brand new fresh one since I don't know how long that PCV valve has been in there. So here we go. Here's an unboxing. I wonder what it could be. I think unboxings are so silly. I mean, because most of the time you know what's in there. Okay, and who cares? Who cares to watch somebody tear open a package? Is it that exciting, really? But anyway, I'll tear this open off camera and I'll install it. That wasn't that exciting. Well, here's the brand new fresh PCV valve out of the box. And stick it right in here. Turn it around. And down the well it goes. Now what I've done is determined that I need a O2 sensor. Now here's your oil fill cap. Then you have your dipstick, and down there is your O2 sensor. And I'll try and reach my hand around here so you know what I'm talking about. Right here. That's your O2 sensor. It's in your exhaust. And it's got a wire coming out of the top. What you first have to do is focus your camera so you don't look like a noob. Alright. Take that wire and you're going to unplug that wire. See it right there. You can unplug that. Now, mine's been changed at some point because there's no clip on this. There's no clip. Should be right there. So mine is just gonna take a little tug to unplug, and yours will have a clip on it, no doubt. And that's the first thing you have to do, because to remove this O2 sensor, that wire has to spin freely, and you can't do it if it's plugged in. Okay, now comes the fun part. What I've done is went to AutoZone and I got this little rental kit. Okay, I don't change O2 sensors all the time, so I don't feel the need to buy the set. So for 30 bucks, they loan you the tool, you take it back, and they give you your 30 bucks back. Or you keep it and they just keep your $30. But this is why it's necessary to get a special socket. Okay, now they're not, this is my wrench, this is my cheap Stanley wrench and extension, but they're gonna let you borrow this tool for $30. And what that does is it slips over that wire so it doesn't get in your way. So now I can reach in there and go to town. Okay, you can see the socket slipped over the O2 sensor now, and the wires coming out of that slot in the socket. So just remember to set your wrench righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Let's see. There we go. Coming out pretty nice there. Now this O2 sensor, I got it AutoZone, and when I rung up, the gentleman at the counter said, "Oh, by the way, you get a $20 gift card for buying a Bosch O2 sensor." So basically this O2 sensor cost me roughly $1.85 because it was like 21 bucks for the sensor, and then the $20 gift card, and got my money back. So you can't beat that with a stick. Okay, we have us a fresh, look at this, premium oxygen sensor. This is not your run-of-the-mill oxygen sensor. It's premium, folks. So we're going to use this premium oxygen sensor on our Fiero here, and hopefully that'll turn off the error light or the check engine light. Okay, we're going to do this live, and we're going to do it in one take. Yeah, let's see if that happens. And what I'm doing right here is filling around for that hole. There it is. It's really not that difficult. I'm going to start it by hand. Okay, there we go. It's in hand tight, which is pretty tight, yeah. All right, slip in our socket, set it to righty-tighty, and there we go. Give it a little pressure. There we go. Okay, I almost finished the video without plugging it in. Of course you have to plug it in, or else your ECM won't read what's going on with your exhaust. So this is tricky, man. I only have one hand here, and here's the other end right over here. I'm going to guess, just wild guess, you know how to plug things in. We've been doing it all our life. So through the magic of television, I'm going to plug this in. Okay, here's a dad joke. It was so fast you didn't even see me do it. That was quick. All right, well, that's how you install a O2 sensor, and hopefully that'll reset one of those check engine lights that we were getting before. Well, here's the follow-up to this weekend's activities. We made some repairs, and let's turn the engine on and see if we made any progress. Got your high idle. Typical. Let it run for a minute. It always took a minute for that check engine light to come on, so just curious. Okay, we're about 45 seconds into it. Usually that check engine light would come on in about 30 seconds. So I'm going to let it run for just a minute more because I just can't believe I'm not getting a check engine light. Very good. Looks like we had a successful weekend. First of all, the very best thing I did this weekend was fix my deck lid tension bars. Prior to today, I had to prop my deck lid up with a 2x4. We named Mr. Board, and sometimes Mr. Board would slip, causing the deck lid to crash down on my head when I'm trying to fix something. Very irritating. So, oh no, I can't get a shot of it. Okay, right back here, these tension bars. These tension bars back here, one of them was broken off, so I went to the junkyard, got a new one, and comment below if you want me to show you how I fixed the tension bars. But boy, this makes enjoying this car go from a 5 to a 9.5, just fixing the tension bars so the lid doesn't. And it's embarrassing when you want to show off your car and you have to prop the deck lid up with a 2x4. It's very embarrassing. So anyway, put a new PCV valve in, put a new O2 sensor in back there, new O2 sensor looking at you right there. But the most important thing we did this weekend is these wires down here were just chewed through. Okay, there were some rodents back here and they chewed through these wires, so there was no information going to the ECM. So there was the coolant temperature sensor wires, and then these two ground wires down here. I didn't even notice them until I started peeling back some of this black flex wrap that they were chewed through, so there was no ground to my ECM. Big problem there. And then of course we've got I've got this wire here on order because it's kind of brittle, as you can see here. But if you look down there to those pink joints there, we fixed that too. So that's your that goes to your temperature gauge inside the dash. So having spliced those wires together, now we have no check engine light on inside the dash, and so that's very important. If you have a car that's been sitting for a while, check the wiring as best you can. If it takes peeling back some of the onion, if you will, peel back some of that flex cable and see what condition your wire's in. And of course I started a beautification project and painted the top of my air cleaner, air breather. And what I'm thinking about doing is, of course I painted this red, but you see how there's black, silver, and red on that Fortec. I think I'm gonna leave this red and then paint this silver, and then of course the valve cover being black, it'll have all three of those colors, that color scheme there. I think that'll look pretty cool. So anyway, I'll end this video here, and if you got any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Well, here's Mr. Board. Mr. Board has been holding up my deck lid, and as I work on my Iron Duke, the board would fall out and knock me in the head. It was very irritating. So I diagnosed the problem. The end of the tension bar was rusted and broken off. So a quick trip to the junkyard, and I got a new tension bar. My son-in-law Ben put it in, and now we have a working deck lid. Deck lid in the down position. Beautiful deck lid in the up position. I am so excited. If this has ever happened to you, if you've ever had to use Mr. Board, if you've ever gotten knocked in the head while you were working on your car, you can appreciate what a great day this is. All right, talk to you later.